We are live. What up, family? It's your boy, King Over to me. I'm back again with another episode. I'm live today. So, I'm gonna be talking to you guys about the update of the lockdown that just happened. We just got updated last night around 8:30. I didn't see it until a little bit later. I watched the whole live, and the president had put out some information. So I want to talk to you guys about that information that got put out. And while I'm talking to you guys about it, I'm preparing a little snack that I usually make, some donuts. Nothing crazy, a little something simple. But I've been a little bored, I've been in the house, so I wanted to show you guys like a little something that I do while I'm in the house. So I used to be a baker when I was in the Army. I think I've told a lot of people about that. So baking used to be like one of my favorite things to do, other than like other types of cooking, but I used to bake a lot. But as I'm preparing this stuff, I'm explaining y'all a little bit about what's going on here in UG, and just give y'all a little bit of updates as to the environment and what's happening. So currently, we are on another lockdown for about 42 days. And this lockdown is going to be shorter than the other lockdown because there's a new strain of like this Indian strain of COVID-19 that's going around. And the rate of infection is very high. But we have seen the numbers, and the numbers have shown that the rate of recovery is just as high as well. So right now, currently they have posted like it was 677 current patients that have COVID-19, and out of that, they haven't posted if any have recovered or anything like that. They just posted a number of current cases that they're dealing with right now that are being reported. Then they talked about how they had a total number of 52,000 and some other change number. That was like a high number, 52,000 number of people who got infected with COVID-19. And out of that 52,000, it was like 43,000 had recovered. So it's a huge number of people that are still underreported or in-reported or whatever. And other than that, I just want to throw that information out to you guys because that's just what's being reported to me from what we watched on the live last night, and then what I'm talking to you guys right now about on live. So let me get started on making this. Like I said, I'm making some donuts. I don't know if you guys ever had like American kind of donuts, like Krispy Kreme like donuts or whatever, but I make them. I just started making them again, but I used to make them before. So the type of flour I'm using is this local flour. It's called Pembe, and I'm using this yeast right here. This yeast right here. Y'all can see it. It's called Golden Speed. It's instant dry yeast. I've already mixed all my dry ingredients. I got sugar, I got salt, I got my flour, and I got my yeast in here. That's all the ingredients I put in here. I'm not gonna tell y'all what measurements I put in here because I actually didn't measure it. You know what I'm saying? This is how we cook in the hood. You know what I'm saying? You gotta eyeball your work. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here with measuring utensils and whatnot. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all bear with me, but I'm gonna use some of this milk right here. It's called Jessa milk. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm gonna be doing while I'm on lockdown, y'all. I'm finna be baking. And whatnot, because I mean, this is like the best of what I can do right now. Other than like, I go around flying my drone. I still try to do my business with my drone and whatnot. If you guys didn't know, I did start a business recently for piloting my drone. So I do aerial photography and I do aerial videography as well. So, I just been, every other day I've been going out practicing around different areas, trying to fly my drone in different areas and, get my skills up to where I want it to be, to do more cinematic videography, because eventually I'm going to start using my drone to do documentaries here on my own personal dime. But speaking of which, as far as equipment goes, I do have a bit of bad news that I do want to tell you guys. My PC that I had built recently crashed. Burnt out my graphics card. That's what it's called. Burnt out my graphics card. So your boy is going to be a little slow when it comes to editing some of my content and whatnot. I gotta be careful how much milk I put in here. I don't want to put too much. One thing y'all need to know about baking, you can always add, but you can never take away. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and deny that cause I'm a little busy. My milk right here. All right, so because this is instant yeast, I don't have to wait too long to let the yeast rise and whatnot. So once I start adding my wet ingredients, I'm gonna go ahead and start kneading my dough. But the final ingredient you gotta add though that I'm gonna add last is my butter. It's my blue bond. You know what I'm saying? They call it blue bond. It's my butter. So it's my final ingredient that I'm gonna add last. And there's a reason why I add that one last is because it's softened butter and I like to incorporate the texture at the end of the process, not the beginning. Plus, I don't have a mixer. I got to mix everything by hand. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to make it easy on myself. I work smarter, not harder. So, back to this lockdown business. 42 days, y'all. 42 days lockdown. Curfew still the same hours, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. or 6 a.m. or something like that, or 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., something like that. And then for bodas can't, the motorcycles, those guys got to stop at around 6. And like, it's serious now, you know what I'm saying? All of the friends that I have that are DJs and party promoters and things like that, all of these guys are out of work right now. Nobody's doing anything right now because police are going to these places to make sure they're shut down at the time they're supposed to be shut down. No beer or alcohol is being served. Like, they're not playing around with this bar stuff at all. So some of y'all know, you might have caught your boy out and about, you know what I'm saying, after hours, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But ain't gonna be none of that no more, all right? Your boy gonna be in the house, all right? I ain't running from no police, yo, for real. Let me read some of these comments real quick, see what y'all talking about. What am I baking? I'm making donuts for anybody who just joined my live. I'm making some donuts, some Krispy Kreme donuts, yo. I got my powdered sugar, you know what I'm saying? I got my powdered sugar right here. This one I'm gonna use for my outside. So I'm making powdered sugar donuts. Last time I made glazed donuts with regular icing. I make a simple syrup out of sugar, but I ain't got a whole lot of sugar right now. Plus I don't want to consume too much like the cane sugar. So I'm gonna use this one that I got right now. So let me see what y'all talking about. Okay, so I heard that in not closing the borders, it's just certain countries that have a really high case of COVID. They're blocking them from coming to UG. So I guess countries like India, of course, they ban all flights coming in and out of that area. But from what I know, because I didn't know this earlier, but from now what I know, you can't cross to Kenya and TZ and all that stuff. Do your COVID, your test and everything. Get all your tests that you need to get. And make sure you find out what test you need to get before you go. That way you don't waste a lot of time and money. Because I didn't know before that there were multiple tests that you got to take. I didn't know that at first. I haven't traveled anywhere yet. I've been around, you know what I'm saying? You got to take them tests around and about. So y'all make sure y'all get all y'all tests done. If you got your vaccination or whatever, bring your paperwork with you if you need to. Bring your other vaccinations for your yellow fever. I'm pretty sure you still need that too. And then you do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all ain't talking about nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back to my work because I gotta put these wet ingredients up in here. So basically, all I gotta do, I put one egg in here. Just one, just crack that like so, you know what I'm saying? Just throw that hole in there. And then take your milk and you just add it gradually. Alright? So I'm not just gonna dump it all in there. I'm gonna add my milk just gradually, like this. Now I ain't gonna be touching the camera or nothing like that because now I gotta knead my dough properly. So, remember what I told y'all earlier is that you can always add ingredients when you're baking, but you can't take away. The reason why I said that is because if you feel like your mixture, your consistency is a little too wet, you can always add more flour. So I always try to keep my flour right here at the ready, just in case I need to add while I'm mixing my dough. So yeah, I wash my hands, by the way. You know what I'm saying? This is mine anyway. Ain't nobody finna eat none of this. So whether I did or I didn't, you know what I'm saying? This is mine. Y'all ain't finna get a piece of it. But if you ever come to my house, you ever do taste my food, I always wash my hands. I was prior food service, so I do have proper hygiene and whatnot. But my mixture right now, as y'all can see, is a little too wet. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little flour to it. because I want it to be a little bit thicker than that as I start to knead it. But as you knead it, it'll start to get a little bit thicker as the mixture starts to, come together. But I can already tell right now in this process, I want it a little bit thicker. So I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit more. Like I said, I ain't got no measuring utensils, so got to eyeball your work, you know what I mean? All right, so let me just pour a little bit more. All right, we're gonna stop right about there. Yo, when I was a soldier in the army, right, I used to love baking because it was very fun, and you get to see the products that you put out. Plus, I did it by myself. I didn't have a team of people. If you know anything about cooking in the army, you work with a team of people. You got guys on meats, you got your guys on vegetables and starches, and you got your guys doing short order and all the other stuff. So, all right, still a little too wet, so let me add just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. The reason why I don't want it too wet is because if it's too wet, it's gonna be like too soft and too cakey. So as you're cooking it, it might not hold the way you want it to, you know what I'm saying? So, let me work this real quick. I might be a little quiet, I'm trying to talk as I work. I'm not really so used to that, so let me knead my dough. All right. Get another container. Always have a little flour to the side so you can use it to wipe your hands off and whatnot. Because as you're getting all this dough off, the best way to get it all off, you can either smear it like this to the side of your container. But my favorite thing to do, look at that. That's nice right there. It's not the elasticity of this dough is not as good as I want it to be yet. So that's why I'm about to wipe this off real quick. I'm about to really work this dough. So what I do is I just add a little flour to my hand, like this. All right, rub that in just a little bit and do it just like that. You rub your hands together. Watch that dough just slide off. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I used to have so much fun when I used to do this back in the day. But nowadays, man, I'm just so lazy. I just don't feel like doing none of this. So back to the COVID, situation and whatnot. So after the 42 days, I'm gonna challenge myself to try to do some stuff while we on lockdown and whatnot. Cause there really ain't a whole lot to do. And then I don't like to, go out and be too far from home and have to worry about getting stuck on the other side of town. So I'm gonna challenge myself to do some things around the house. And I'm also, at the end of this COVID, I'm gonna see if I can go on a trip to Kenya, y'all. I've been getting a lot of requests to go to Kenya, and I got a lot of buddies who are going over there right now. So I'm gonna try to take a trip on over to Kenya to see if I can have a better time over there, just for like a week. I'm not really gonna go, too long or nothing like that, y'all know, because I'm here in UG for right now. I'm not really trying to go too far or nothing like that, because I got too much going on in my business. I can't really, travel too far, because it's just the beginning stages of how I got this stuff going on. So I don't want to go too far, I just want to go somewhere, have a little quick vacation, come back, relax, enjoy myself, All right, now, at this portion, I'm gonna take all this dough, transfer it to this bowl here, for just to have a big container so I can really knead this dough the way I want to properly. So, first let me put a little flour down at the base of it and all around. All right. I ain't done this in years, y'all, so y'all gonna have to excuse me for all the mess that I've been making and whatnot, but your boy be going at it. All right, so this is how I knead my dough. I just fold it, right? I just fold it just like this. Now, in a few, I'm about to put my butter in. I'm about to put my butter in. It's gonna be the last thing I do. Trying to make sure this thing mixed properly. There we go. So I'll pull it out like that, and I twist it, and I knead it, and I twist it, and I knead it. I should be doing this on this surface here, on my flat, my countertop. But honestly, I don't feel like really doing all that. I'm trying to minimize my mess, because your boy don't really like clean up like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like cleaning up like that. So let me just put it in this bowl. There we go. Elasticity is exactly where I want it to be. So let me move on to the next part. Y'all, I got a story to tell y'all. This is another reason why I put this live on. Because I had an interesting conversation with a brother today. And it was about what I talked to you guys about before when it comes to business and getting things done here in UG. So I have a bit of a horror story. If you guys notice, I'm in a new apartment because I had to move from my old apartment because things just weren't right, you know. The first problem that I had was every time my bedroom window, every time like it'll rain, water would enter my room, so I had to put like towels down. And when I moved in, it was during the dry season, so honestly, I didn't know that it was gonna rain like that, you know, and it was just gonna come into my place. So it wasn't really my fault for not knowing, because like I said, I moved in during the dry season. So beyond that, I'm moving to my new place, and I have a new internet service that I'm using. I'm testing it out. It's called Zuku Fiber. I'm sure you guys heard me talk about Zuku Fiber before. Zuku Fiber is actually a pretty decent internet provider. However, the only issue that I had is that they have very, very, very poor customer service. And I'm gonna be very transparent with you guys because you guys know how I am when it comes to doing business, conducting business, stuff like that. I'm funny about my money sometimes. When I pay for a service, I expect a certain level of professionalism. And the subcontractors that Zuku uses, these guys don't have that level of professionalism that I'm looking for. Let me wash my hands real quick, and I'm gonna get right back to y'all. Y'all just sit down and let that marinate real quick. These guys at Zuko, man, they gave me such a hard time today, yo. And it's not just today. I had this issue with them for the last 3 days. The last 3 days, yo. So hold on one second. I'm coming. I wash my hands with soap. All right, so boom, right? This is what I was saying, all right? So boom, right? Zuku, right? Friday, I moved out of my place. And then I called those guys early enough in the morning so that they could come out, you know, do what they got to do. And they even placed a work order for me priority. So they sent a technician out around 2-ish. This guy comes to my place and he's like, okay, we see you got a pole, but we can't put nothing in your house today because you don't have what's called like a service box. I was like, all right, cool. Can you call your office, have your distributor dispatch you a service box, you go pick it up and come back? He was like, no. I said, okay, let's find a way around this. Can you put in the work order now and have it done tomorrow? He said, okay, let me see. Let me see, turned into like an hour conversation. He was, I don't know what they were really saying. They were speaking Uganda, so he was talking to his boss or whatever. He came back to me and told me basically that he has to go curfew, but somebody is going to be in touch with me. I said, all right, cool. So Saturday, I call the customer service line that they provide you. It's a 0200 number, right? So I call the customer service provider line, and I'm explaining to them my issue because with Zuku, it's an unlimited service that I already paid for. You understand? I'm just moving from one place to another, and then when you get your service, they assure you that it's a very easy process. Well, I'm here to assure you it's definitely not. All right? It's definitely not an easy process. So the first thing that they're going to do is send a guy out to make sure you have all the stuff that's hooked up to your house, which 9 times out of 10 you're not going to, because the people who go out to hook up the pole, it's 2 different teams that do this job. And these 2 different teams apparently don't communicate with one another, okay? So when they hook up the pole and they put the wires on the pole, they stop there. They don't put nothing in your house, all right, or attached to your house. So another person comes out and wastes a whole entire day just to tell you that somebody else come out the next day just to put something on your house. Now, that's where the transparency doesn't come from. Because me as a paying customer, I'm asking, well, why is it that you didn't know that this needed to be done before you came here? That way you come with the equipment to do it, and you don't have to waste a whole entire day. You understand? You get no answer for that one. So I said, okay, let me move on. I gotta finish this real quick. I said, okay, so let me move forward, right? I'm about to put the butter up in here. All right. I gotta add a little bit more flour because I gotta knead this some more. Then I'm gonna add my butter. So Saturday, the gentleman comes out, and I said, let me add that one back. So that might have been too much to begin with. Saturday, the gentleman comes out, and it's the same situation. These guys are not being. One guy doesn't know what's going on. There's no service box. Apparently, it has to be built. Physically, it has to be built and put together. Then another team goes and picks it up and brings it to the site and attaches it to the building. Now, the team that attaches it to your building is once again another team. They'll send an additional technician out to install the actual service in particular. Now, this is why I was getting frustrated and why I got so upset. This is why I'm telling you, it was a nightmare getting this stuff done. Because I assumed that moving from one place to another would just be so smooth and so simple, but in actuality, it really was not. And the lack of communication that they have between each other is another reason why I got so frustrated with these guys, and why I'm saying Zuko is a very awesome service once you get it installed. But the process of getting it installed is a very, very, very strenuous process because it's a lot you have to go through. And originally I thought, okay, maybe I'm just being American about this. Maybe I gotta calm down and chill out a little bit because I'm used to, how things are done in America. This is Uganda. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta chill out a little bit. But then I thought about it. I was like, no, I don't. I pay for it. You understand? I pay for the service. And as a customer, you have a right to explain to these people, especially if you have a business, you have a right for a certain level of professionalism and a certain level of customer service. You understand? Especially if they have an entire customer service center dedicated to handling these situations. And if I call the customer service center, they don't even have the information that they're supposed to give me. I'm now at this point, I'm asking for the manager. I got to be a caring about the whole situation because you guys don't have any information to provide me as a customer. All right. So now today I had to be a Karen, I had to be a whole Karen today, and I'm sitting here explaining to these guys like, I want to speak to this manager, I want to speak to that manager, I want to speak to this supervisor, who's your boss. I don't even want to talk to you. I want to speak to who pays you. I went full American about this today, and I was really pissed because I'm like, yo, you guys have wasted an entire weekend. I was trying to do a live yesterday and do some other cool stuff for you guys yesterday, but these guys wasted my entire weekend. And nobody can give me any decent information. Everybody kept telling me somebody's gonna call me back. Nobody called me back, yo. I'm getting hot at this point, like pissed off. You see I'm sweating just explaining this story. So just imagine when this all was happening, man, I was just really, 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 really pissed off when it was going down. So I had to, chill out and take a break or whatever. You guys see my dough is like it's coming together really, really nicely. If I wanted to, I could put it down on this table, but I actually don't want to right now because I want to knead it for a few more minutes while I'm talking. And then after I'm finished kneading this dough, I'm probably going to end the live there. So let me just finish doing this real quick. But as I was saying, finally today, Monday, these guys came out after I had called them early this morning to get them to send another technician out because yesterday these guys came out and did nothing. And then on top of that, they left and didn't tell me if they were coming back. It rained yesterday, early in the morning. So I knew that they weren't gonna do anything, major. But at least before you leave, let me know, if you're gonna come back or not. They didn't really say anything. They weren't really transparent about whether they were the ones coming back or whatever, or whether the job was even done. I didn't even know that anything got done until today. Apparently they must have came back in the evening and got it done quickly, put it to the house. They attached the service box to the house and then left. They didn't run any wires or anything like that. So the guy came today around 3 and finally did it. So literally about an hour ago, that's why this live is being done now, not earlier in the day. Because literally about an hour ago, this guy just got finished doing all that stuff. Literally. And I'm sitting here like, wow. Wow, yo. 3.5 days, almost 4 days. Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you. Switching off my light. So my dough is almost where I want it. I have to let this rise for about an hour. I'm gonna let it rise for about an hour. I'm about to hit the road real quick. Go get me some chicken off the road. You know, I'm a road man, you know what I'm saying? Real road man thing, yeah. Hanging out with all these British people, man. All these British people, dudes from London and whatnot. The little accent's starting to rub off on me. Yeah, this is my dough, y'all. I'm proud of my little dough. You know, this dough, if I didn't add any sugar, or if I had less sugar to it, and I didn't add no butter to it, I could use this for pizza dough. Because that's usually what I use for like my pizza dough, that kind of mixture. I'm not gonna tell you my full mixture. There's a few other ingredients I add. But this is what I would use for like pizza dough and whatnot. Back when I was a soldier, we used to make like little quick pizzas when I had extra dough and whatnot, and I was going back to the barracks. I had like cheese and meats and stuff from like early in the day. Yo, I hit the proof box real quick. I ain't gonna tell y'all about all my little things or whatever. But anyway, this is my dough. I'm about to put it here and then put a warm towel right over top of it. And then I'm gonna let my dough rise for about 30, 45 minutes, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. I don't know yet. I'm trying to get all like the little lumps and spaces and all that stuff out of it, you know. Trying to make it smooth, you know what I'm saying? Smooth as I can. This is how I like it, you know. Actually, let me not do that. I forgot. It ain't supposed to go back in there. Let me put it here for now. I'm gonna put it in here. Hey fam, if y'all like to watch me cook and talk about stuff, I know y'all don't watch me cook at all actually, now that I think about it, but if you enjoyed this episode and you enjoyed watching me prepare a little something, you know what I'm saying, and talk to y'all and whatnot, y'all let me know. I might start doing that, you know what I'm saying, on a regular, because your boy been cooking lately, whipping up little spaghettis and whatnot. I ain't made no lasagna or nothing like that, but I've been cooking on my grill. I got my grill right here. I ain't gonna lift it up. I got my grill right here. This some regular cooking oil. No, not this one. Yeah, this is a regular one right here. You put a little bit of oil inside of it, so that it doesn't stick to your container. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put too much because it starts to saturate at the bottom, and then it's gonna make your dough soggy and whatnot. Like all this that I got in here now, I'm gonna pour most of it out. So you don't want to make your dough, you know what I'm saying, soggy. So I'm taking my finger and I'm rubbing it along the side like that. You know what I'm saying? Can y'all see it? All that excess down there, I'm finna take all that out. Alright. My dough already starting to rise, as y'all can see. Mad flour on the bottom of it. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna leave that in here just like that. Gather up all my utensils. These I got a warm towel. Let me use this one right here. I got some hot water in this little kettle that I'll be using for my tea. I'm gonna pour some of this hot water on it. I'm gonna put that right on top. Woo! Woo! It is hot. It don't have to be so hot, but that moisture, that humidity that's coming out of it, that's gonna make the dough, rise a little faster. I hope y'all enjoyed this little segment of me baking or whatnot. This is rare, yo. This is rare, like seeing a motherfucking white alligator or some shit, yo. I'm seeing a white baboon, you know what I'm saying? This shit rare, cuz. Like a motherfucking pony. A unicorn. Pony with horn. Boom. But other than that, family, I just wanted to keep y'all updated with this COVID situation. Let y'all know my situation. I do. Oh yeah, I already let y'all know about that. Yeah, I did want to let y'all know about that PC that was down. Yo, fam, I ain't begging, but if y'all could look out for your boy and help me out get my PC back up and running, that would be perfect, yo. All I'm trying to get is this graphics card. It's costing me 4 million Uganda shillings to get the graphics card. It's around like 870 bucks online. It's a 1660 RTX or GTX or something like that. But that's what I'm trying to get going on right now. So a lot of my finances being prioritized to that. So if y'all can help your boy out with that one, that'll be absolutely perfect. This one I'm looking for right here. This one I'm looking for. So I'll be saving my stuff, you know what I'm saying? Put a little clamp on it, boom. Just put it up. You know what I'm saying? But y'all can help your boy out with that. That'll be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely need to get my PC up and running. I have a lot of content that I'm trying to edit. And my phone, my little phone is, it works, but it's a cell phone. I have other material that I can edit. I have more content that I can be putting out to you guys more often. But the only problem is why I don't put it out so much is because it's a lot of content that I have to, edit and compress and put down to small videos. I have like hour-long videos that I have to break down into like 30-minute clips, 20-minute clips, 15-minute clips, even. And I've been checking my watch time a lot, and I'm seeing that, a lot of people may be struggling with some of my longer videos. So if you are one of those people, what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to make shorter videos for you guys because I see that some people really don't like to watch like a 10-minute long video or whatever the case may be. So if you don't really, want to sit down and watch a 10-minute video, I'm going to start preparing smaller clips of my videos for you guys to watch at home so that you guys can be able to enjoy just as much content. Because there's other people out there who don't mind watching like a 30-minute video because of the amount of information that I put out there, but not realize there are other people who only want to watch it, they're just watching it for now or something like that. So with that being said, if you guys are new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe now. If you like this content, you like this episode, you like what I'm doing, you like me baking or whatever, you got any complaints about how I bake or whatever, holler at your boy, let me know, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of this episode. I'm trying to put more information out to you guys, so as the updates come to me, I'll try to put it out to you guys. I'm not one of those people that get into the gossip and all that stuff, but there has been things going on in this country. I don't really report on political things or other stuff like that, but as far as anything that affects my YouTube channel, as far as me traveling and things like that, that's the type of information that I'm putting out to you. Which reminds me, they banned, well not banned, but they put a block on inter-district or out-of-district travel, so I can't go to Imbarara or Cavale or wherever. I basically have to stay around Kampala right now because there's no buses or taxis going to these other areas. I think they're limiting even private cars too, letting ambulances go, but the private cars has to have a certain limited amount of people within the vehicle and stuff like that. So I'll be around Kampala mostly for this next 41 days of all this stuff going on. So that's another reason why I'm updating you guys to let you guys know, because there's going to be no movement. If I had to travel to Capchora in the last week, and I was supposed to come back, I'd be there right now because there's no movement. Basically, they're not letting people come back and forth like that. You know, unless you have a type of business that requires you to do so. So that's what I got going on, y'all. So y'all heard all that. Like and subscribe, and if you like this, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. I don't care. But let me read some of these comments, see what y'all talking about. Then I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for y'all. So if y'all got any questions, now's the time to hit your boy up and read some of these comments. All right. So let's see what y'all talking about. Actually, my family, welcome, blah, blah. Heard yesterday Uganda back on lockdown, so surprised. And Thursday, I might as well stay in TZ. I thought we started lockdown on 10 UG. No, they started that yesterday, or today. Let me see online. Uganda, we're going to during lockdown, honestly. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Somebody asked me, Silver Hill asked me, is Uganda worth going to during lockdown, honestly? It really depends on what you're coming here to do. If you're coming here to like do safaris and all that, that's kind of dead right now. Unless you're in that area direct, you get a private car from there straight to there, then yeah, you'll be benefiting from that. But if you're coming to like see family and all of that stuff, you can still continue your activities. It's a limit on how much of it you can do and the places that you can go to, basically, because or your mode of transportation to get to those places. That's what I meant to say. So, like I said, it really depends on what you plan on doing. If you plan on coming here to have fun and go to bars and all that, you might as well stay where you at, homie, because ain't none of that going on right now. What are they talking about? Yeah, man. I had to be a whole Karen or a Ken. They said a Ken. So for the white boy, it's Ken. So I had to be a whole Ken today, yo. Man, they was getting on my nerves today, yo, for real. And I try not to be American about a lot of situations, but at the same time, I feel like it's up to the customer to complain about certain things. It's like you're giving constructive criticism. It's not always about having a complaint, especially because I paid my money. I should be able to say something. I should be able to express my concern to somebody in some way, shape, or form. So that's basically how I felt like how I was trying to go about it. I wasn't really saying that like I'm being American in a bad way, because sometimes we can overreact to things that are just kind of really not that big of a deal. But in this situation, my business is affected by not being online, and I do not get compensated for the time that my business was offline. You understand? There's nothing that they'll just tell you that there's nothing they can do about that. They don't care. It's not even that they don't care. They don't have something in place to protect customers. There's no customer appreciation or customer protection. So that's another reason why I made the complaint that I made, because they should understand that with this kind of service, you're providing fiber optic internet for people. That's very good service. But the quality of customer care is very poor, and you'll lose customers behind that, because a lot of people want to pay their money for not just good quality internet, but if something were to malfunction and we have issues, we also want to be able to have transparency as to when we'll have our issues taken care of. That's it, And I feel like every business should have something like that. That's basic stuff. That's just a huge issue that I've dealt with while I'm here. So you guys, when you come here, you're also, you might experience that. You may not, who knows, but I'm letting you know, what I'm saying? It's a strong possibility. All right. And somebody was saying it's hurting me to hear that our children's future is being messed up so much. Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad for them kids, man. I feel bad for the parents with kids, because y'all kids gotta be back at home again. I'll lose my daggone mind right now if I had kids, yo, for real. I love kids, don't get me wrong, yo, but I know they can just be a handful. You know what I'm saying? Really like the concept that if you do this, you can't be stingy with the recipes, all the ingredients. Nah, fam, I can't be telling y'all my secrets and whatnot. What's wrong with y'all? I can't be letting y'all know that. Shoot. All right, y'all. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and end this live. Y'all ain't got no questions or nothing like that for me. In the future, you guys can look out for your boy. If you do want to donate to your boy, you can cash at me at King Overtuna, $ King Overtuna 757. And you can also donate to my PayPal, which is paypal.me/King Overtuna. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always DM me on Instagram, King Overtuna direct, or you can also message me on my Gmail, which is kingovertuna@gmail.com. So you guys, like I said, y'all got any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and hit me up. You want to support your boy, now you know where to hit me up at and send that money to and all of that. Let your boy know what's good. All right, I'll holler at y'all later. You have a blessed and wonderful day or evening, wherever you at. All right, homie? And if you at a bar, drink one for me, because I ain't finna be drinking nothing. All right, pull one up for me, yo. And if you somewhere else, smoke one up for me. You know what I'm saying?